welcome back to my channel. It's the girl Dim, and today she is not alone. No, it is not the Holy Spirit. She has got a bev. Guys, today I am drinking a mocktail. This is a cosmopolitan made by yours truly, the baddest mixology in the let me just drink this drink. Made by me, the baddest mixologist in the game. I think I was a mixologist in my past life, but if I wasn't a mixologist in my past life, I will become a mixologist at some point in this life, if Corona behaves. But anyways, this is my drink for the day. It's looking very cute and pretty. I will be sharing the recipe for it at the end of the video. So if you are one of those people, I'm not judging. You can just skip right through to the end, find the recipe for this, and keep it moving with your life. But today's video is about something that I really am long overdue on actually digging into personally for myself and speaking on as well. So a little bit of background information. There is this girl that I muted on Twitter. I will not expose myself and say who she is, but I muted this girl because she kept speaking about this particular thing at a time when I wasn't ready for the conversation. I was pretty okay with blaming everyone else with everything that was going wrong, and it felt like she was coming to my house. So I did what, tech has given us the ability to do, which is just mute her. I didn't need to unfollow her. Maybe in the future I would be open to her conversation, but at the time I was just like, I really ain't trying to see this girl. And crazy enough, even after I muted her, like, she kept popping up. I don't know what level of witchcraft she had. And then even after I had muted the people who kept engaging with her content, I now started seeing this topic on YouTube. I'd be watching a video and this thing just comes through in an ad, and I'm like, is that you, Jesus? It's clearly very long overdue. So today's video is about attachment styles. And the crazy part is I stumbled onto this while researching for a particular topic I wanted to do this video for, this one, this outfit, this face beat, this cosmopolitan. And I stumbled onto this thing and I was like, Yatini, I'm done running. I really need to learn about this. Let me figure out what it was. And I started learning about attachment styles, and so many lights came on. So much light was shed on how things had happened the way they had happened in certain relationships, and why I had been incompatible with other people in certain relationships. So I'm just gonna jump right into it, because some people are like, when are we gonna get to the mocktail? I understand.
Sesithethe sinqumo sokuthi kuthengiswa kwetshwala kutawumiswa.
So I found out that there were four main attachment styles: secure, avoidant, anxious, disorganized. Secure person doesn't really need that much assurance. They are very secure in the relationship. They are not worried about rejection or preoccupied about the relationship. They don't overthink the relationship. They give their all, and they kind of expect the same from whoever they're with, because generally they were raised in an environment where they were made to feel secure as a child. Okay. Avoidant. This person is pretty okay with distance between them and their lover. They have no time to be preoccupied with the relationship. They not really deep within closeness with their partner, so they tend to be very distant. And you might find that this type of person was highly influenced by a parent who was very absent, or a lack of any attention or emotional connections during their childhood, which is crazy because we think that kids can't see what is happening around them, but the way you speak to children, the way you treat children, it affects the adults that they become. I read something profound that said, watch how you speak to your children, because how you speak to them becomes their inner voice as an adult. and it blew my mind, and it's starting to make sense even with attachment styles. The third attachment style is anxious. This person is always worried about whether their person wants them or not, loves them or not. They fear rejection. They tend to be very scared of getting close to people, but at the same time they want to. They just don't want to get hurt. They hold back, they don't, but they need reassurance constantly. And this might be a person who either they suffered some form of rejection in their childhood and they had to toughen up. They've experienced a few things in their childhood that affected how they view people. They don't have that much assurance or trust in people. And then the last attachment style is disorganized, guys. Run. If this rings a bell. Disorganized people tend to have past trauma. They have so many unresolved issues, and then they start mimicking that in their adult relationships. And these people unfortunately tend to do that to their own kids as well. They tend to then pass on this disorganized attachment style to their children as well. Unfortunately, generational curses or generational cycles are an actual thing. You don't have to be super spiritual to believe that something can be inherited or passed on. And so this is what you tend to find. If someone is disorganized, they tend to pass it on to their kids. Same thing with anxious, they tend to pass it on with their kids. Same thing with avoidant, they tend to create an environment for their children where their kids don't know if their parent wants them or not. So why are attachment styles so important? This is how you do relationships. This is how you relate with your partner. This is how you show love or you show any form of connection with your partner. To you, your attachment style might be really normal because that is all you've ever known. And this is what scared me, that there is only one healthy attachment style. That absolutely scared me, because that meant, and the math is about to loom at me right now, about 60%, about 80%, about a high majority of attachment styles are very unhealthy. Whatever you went through as a child, I am so sorry that happened to you. And I'm sorry that you seem to be attracting people who are not the right attachment style for you. The wild thing is that these three unhealthy attachment styles seem to attract each other, and I wish I could explain why. I know my attachment style. It leans so closely to anxious. When I am in a relationship, I need to be constantly assured that you are here, and that is my attachment style. Unfortunately, it is not cute. Unfortunately, maybe it's not what anyone wanted to hear. Y'all wanted to hear that my attachment style is secure, narcissist. That's why I'm doing the work right now in my single season. And that is why I made a whole entire video about the blessings that can be found when you are single. Listen, it's not too late for you to get on the healthy side. The problem with most of us is that we want to hold on to our trauma. We want to hold on to whatever part of us that isn't healthy. This is how I was raised. This is just the way I am. Things will never work out for me. You gotta be mindful of the things you say and the things you think, because this is very powerful. It has the power to create your reality. If you say this is how you will always be, I'm sorry, this is how you will always be. I'm sorry that your childhood made you this way. I'm sorry that however you choose to love or choose to do relationship is either a defense mechanism and you're really just trying to protect yourself from possibly going through any more trauma. I am sorry that is your life and your reality, but you cannot remain where that trauma, hurts, or any bad experience left you. You have the choice right now in your adulthood to be like, I am ready to do better because I know better. If you haven't watched the previous video I did about the power and blessing of being single and the checklist to use before you say yes to that girl if she shot her shots, or before you say yes to that guy, please do watch it and then go back again, another video, and watch how to build healthier relationships, because all these videos are interconnected. Then if you haven't clicked the subscribe button, please do that. Stop being that person. leave me a comment in the comment section below. I have included in the description box the link to the article that I stumbled upon that taught me about these attachment styles, and it dives into them in detail. Actually, I just touched on the surface. This article will really open your eyes. It has more detailed descriptions, so if you still feel like I don't know my attachment style, the link is in the description box. And like I promised, I am going to share with you the recipe to my very cool mocktail, which I am about to go enjoy offline, and I'll see you again in the next video. So these are the ingredients: cranberry cooler, some lemonade, got our ice there that is really starting to melt, so I should probably get to it. Got a mason jar instead of a martini glass because hey, times are tough. Lemon juice, an orange which we're gonna freshly squeeze, and a fake cosmopolitan shaking thingy-majiggy, not forgetting our very pretty straw. And that is our bev for the day, and we're gonna get right into it. Gonna start with the cranberry. So I'm just gonna pour some cranberry in here, not too much because this is a solo mocktail. Then I'm gonna pop in some lemon juice. Just gonna add our ice. Might not all be quite accurate. But we're gonna try to get most of it in there. And then we are going to squeeze in some orange. Here's our orange. And we're just gonna squeeze in just a bit of it.